Right then, Lewis, it's good to have you on. First of all, we'll get you started with how long have you been on the e-commerce program now?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Jazz. So I've been doing it 2 months now. Reached out to you, basically wanting another income, another line of work for myself, just to try and get some money saved up. Obviously, I'm in my 30s now. Like to make some future investments, and obviously, you know what it's like in this day and age. Cost of living's going up day by day. It's always nice to have a bit of comfort when you look in your bank account. You've got some extra money coming in.
Yeah, definitely.
So
How long ago is it you joined? Is it around 2 months ago, isn't it, that you
yeah,
messaged me and got started? And then in the first month, you got your 250 listings on that we put on, didn't you?
yeah.
And I think since then you've been picking and choosing your own items, if that's right.
Yeah, so obviously with a bit of help from you and the team, I learned obviously look what's coming out in the market. For example, the Apple Watch, the new Apple Watch has just been launched, so therefore people are going to be looking for accessories for the watch, straps, things like that. So I found that targeting a particular niche, like hot topics and things like that, has worked quite well for me, and we've been hitting the numbers, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. Would you say that's your best seller? They're on the watch straps at the minute.
At the moment, that's hot
Yeah.
topic. Yeah.
Obviously, with Christmas etc. coming, you'll be changing your items coming next few weeks. Won't you? Some more Christmassy items, I'm guessing. Maybe Christmas. Like
It sounds daft, but yeah, just even stuff like advent calendars and things like that.
yeah,
Obviously, coming up to December, this is the time now to get those type of items on there.
yeah, definitely.
So
So since joining, would you say that you'd recommend it to a friend? So if somebody else was looking for an extra income, like one of your pals, would you recommend joining the e-commerce program? Or
1000%. If you've got the time in the day to shift your focus onto something else, or even if you spend your dinner hour or on your evenings, if you just put a couple of hours to one side, you can make a success and like you say, have a second income coming in. So I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to invest a bit of time in the self, and if they're looking at making investments or saving money, could it be for a house or a nice new car? It's just a little extra money to help out.
yeah, especially with the cost of living these days, you need every penny, don't you?
That's it.
So since you've been joining, what do you think to the setup, to the when you're initially getting set up? It takes around an hour, doesn't it? Watching the videos, etc. Getting set up. So play and pause video. Most people ask me how is the setup? Do you know what I mean? How hard is it? It's literally play and pause video, right?
Well, to be fair, it's just pretty straightforward. You walked me through it before when we initially started speaking about it. You said it was straightforward, and it was exactly that, to be honest. And any questions that I've had when I've posted it in the community, people have been great. People have come straight back to me. So I felt confident from day one, really.
Perfect. What would you say to the group about the group chat? Would you say there's anything that needs changing, or do you think it's perfect how it is? Do you think there's plenty of people in there sharing ideas, helping, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I myself, I think you might have seen I've popped up quite a few times answering a couple of people's questions. I think the more engagement like that, the better it works. And like I said, everything that I've asked is somebody different to most times, to be fair. Someone has always come back to me and answered anything that I've had to ask. So from an improvement perspective, I don't really see how it could be much easier and better, to be honest.
Yeah. What would you say? Because I know obviously at the minute you've got quite a well-paid job, and obviously you got your side hustle. Would you be looking for another one, or are you just waiting for this one to build up enough and then, you know what I mean, see what happens? Or
right now, I think I'm quite happy with the progress that I've made with the Ecom. I definitely think in the future I might look to branch myself out a little bit, but as we said, I've already worked full time myself. So at the minute, this is just a nice steady amount of work for me. It's not taking too much time out of my day.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with where things are.
So that goes for anybody else that's watching this that's got a full time job. It can be done alongside, obviously, your full time job, can't it?
100%.
So yeah, next year or anything like, or 6 months from now, would you be looking to open up another store alongside your current one, all being well?
Based on how things are going with my current store, 100%, yeah. So definitely would look at that further down the line.
So at the moment, with you going with your full-time job and this, I'm guessing you've got no other kind of side hustles.
No, not currently. As I said, I
Would
work
you be
full time. So
Would you be looking to do the Amazon as well? Because obviously we do the Amazon side of things, don't we? Selling on
I would
Amazon
be
too.
interested in learning a little bit more about that side. Yeah,
Just build this one up first.
yeah,
first of
just
all.
get used to, shifting my time management over to this focused on at the moment. And then if I feel like I've got a little bit more time in my day, then maybe perhaps look at the Amazon side as well.
Yeah.
But based on the success I've seen with the eBay side of things, I think I've got the confidence that I'm sure it would work.
Would you always try? Would you try build it big enough to leave your job? Is that the goal, or would you? Because I know there's quite a few people, as you've seen in the chat, that have actually left the job and doing it full time. Or is it just something you're happy plodding along with, kind of thing?
I can definitely see potential to shift my focus more. If I spend more, I think the more time I spend on it and more time I invest in it, the better it could be. So potentially, yeah, because like you say, you can work from anywhere doing it. You can make it fit around you. So say if you go on holiday for a week, it doesn't have to stop. You can work from your phone. So I could potentially see that. Yeah, I could potentially see that. I mean, if all failed in my career, I could definitely lean on this. I've got confidence in that you could expand it to
whatever you want. Build it. Yeah. Routine, but every day I write like notes on my phone what it is I want to do, and like check them off,
like goals.
Yeah, that's how I keep on top of like my day-to-day routine. That's how I tend to stay on track, let's say.
Yeah, definitely. I think having a routine, people can look at it. Oh, it's boring. You're boring. Like you don't live your life you. But I've been one of those that I think there's time to live your life, like on a weekend. There's time to have fun, and there's also time to work and earn money. Yeah. So you can enjoy those times more and more often. Yeah. It's just like a holiday, working towards a holiday. Then that's your time to have fun, and it's important to separate the two, because if you're somewhere in the middle, you'll never find that you'll hit your goals. Yeah.
So what do you like doing with your spare time? Obviously, you've got your program, dog walking, gym.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I like to go to the gym. I go to the gym probably 5 to 6 times a week. I find that helps a lot with my stress levels. I'm in quite a
good shape.
I'm in good shape, but I'm in a high pressure job as well at the same time. And I feel like a lot of the frustration that I used to have, I've shifted towards in the gym. I get rid of it in the gym, and then I come out and I'm ready to attack the day. So I like to go to the gym. I like to socialise with friends, whether it be going for walks, whether it be a night out, a meal out. But yeah, as I'm in my 30s now, those are becoming less often. I mean, I've got friends that have now started families. So your habits tend to shift as you get a little bit older, I've noticed. But obviously, with them being less frequent, when the time comes when you do get to see your friends and when you go out with your friends, I find it's a lot more rewarding and enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. Do you go out much? Like partying, or just keep it to a minimum?
I'd probably say I go out twice a month. I'm always going out for food, but obviously that doesn't always have to involve drinks. I tend to... If I do go out, I'll tend to go for food, and then we'll go for drinks afterwards. And then I find you don't get too carried away. Yeah. Whereas if you're drinking from early doors, it can take you somewhere where you don't really want to go. Yeah. And it's no good for anybody.
Definitely. So in terms of when you purchase the course, obviously being £400, what do you think to it for value for money? Because what I say to most people is it's like a night out, really. By the time you bought your outfit for a night out, spent your money on a night out, you could have bought a program, and then Monday morning wouldn't have been so much like dragging myself.
100%. That is, you've hit the nail on the head. You could spend that in a night out quite easily. I know when I used to go out regularly, I didn't want to wear the same T-shirt or same jeans twice. I thought, will somebody see me in those? Yeah. I can't wear that, so I'll have to go to Meadowhall and buy a new T-shirt. Yeah. And before you've even gone out, you spent £100. Yeah. But no, it's all. I think it comes down to self-investment, I mean, you're going to earn that money back within a month or even less anyhow. As long as you put the time and effort in, then you've already paid for it. Yeah. And what do you achieve from a night out? You might have some drunken memories. A lot of people don't even remember the night out, do they?
Yeah,
so
no. It's not being. I don't believe it's being boring not going out as much as kind of screwing your head on a little bit. There's a time and a place, isn't there?
That's it. It's all about what you want to achieve. I mean, some people don't want to achieve much in life, and that's fine. But you'll find people that are achieving aren't going out every weekend, aren't blowing half the wage on a night out. It doesn't really get you anywhere, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, definitely. So when you were setting up your store, I know you set it up as you've had eBay for quite a while, haven't you? Yeah. And I spoke to you about, I know you've sold on it before, and we spoke about putting some items on just around the house, didn't you? I think you put some car parts on or something like that just to build up a little bit of history on the account. How long would you say until you got the whole 250 listings on? Was it about 3 weeks in total?
Yeah, it took me about a month to get them all on and all as they should be. So it wasn't. I mean, that's 250 listings. It's a lot of listings.
Yeah, it is.
And I noticed as soon as I activated it, I was getting lots of messages and things about all the products that I'd put on. Yeah. Because we obviously handpicked the products that we wanted to put on there that we knew would drive some.
So you're on coming up to middle of month 2, is it now? You're on nearly 1,000 listings.
Yeah.
And what would you say you're bringing in profit wise? Was it around 6 per month, or was it around 600?
Per month, it was coming out just below 600. Yeah. So the 550 mark. I noticed that had increased from 350 from month 1. So. Yeah. I noticed we're getting more traction now with the product selection.
So people that are watching this that are thinking, oh, well, it's only £550, £600 a month, what would you say to that? Because obviously that's like a mortgage payment or a car payment.
Exactly. I mean, the amount of nice cars you see on the road nowadays, and people are paying £500-600 a month for those cars, and you're thinking, how am I ever going to have that spare money to pay for that nice car, or to have a mortgage to afford a nice place to rent? Mm-hmm. This is your avenue to go down.
Exactly.
Invest in yourself, and you can do it.
Exactly. I forgot it. I like watching interviews and whatnot, so I was watching his. So he basically explains that Elon's basically he bought it and he's a businessman, isn't he? So he's a bloke looking to make money. It's as simple as that. That's why he's got it, kind of thing. Yeah. And obviously he's charging, what is it, like it's like £6 or $6 or something a month.
Yeah,
the blue tick thing, just to like the blue ticks just to verify it is actually you. Yeah. It's a business, in it, at the end of the day, and I think people will pay it, and I think like other social media platforms need it as well, such as Instagram. I don't know how many times I've lost my own account just because people are pretending to be me. That 9 times out of 10 they're not even in the UK. I've never even met them or anything like that. They just go on the social media and just steal your photos and just pretend to be you.
So easy, yeah.
Because there's so many scams going around these days, and people fall into it. I don't know how many people I've had that message me, say, "Oh, I invested in your other."
It comes back and looks bad on you.
Yeah, it looks bad on you. I've invested on your other program. Can you message back on that? And I'm like, this is my only profile. Yeah. So I think in terms of the blue tick thing, so if Instagram could do something like that over on their platform, and you could pay for it, maybe verify your ID when you log in. You know what I mean? When you pay for it, and something Facebook as well. So I think when you're setting up, I think you should do like a video and like an ID setup. Just to verify it is actually you. Because at the minute, you could set up an account and pretend to be Fiona or whoever.
Well, that's it. I mean, there's a catfish program based on it all.
Yeah, exactly.
MTV have made a program. So, I mean, I think everyone deserves that verification tick, because, like you said, it's bad for your business if people they think they're buying your program, but really it's somebody pretending to.
Exactly. So how much money on business, how much money do they spend on their Instagram? So they're paid advertising. They're spending all this money on their advertising, then to wake up one day and their account's gone.
And then
just because
Instagram's let them down by letting someone else set up an account.
Yeah.
They should also do, I know there's certain apps now that don't let you screen record from.
Yeah.
So if they didn't let you screenshot people's pictures on
stories as well.
Stories, yeah.
Mine's been done quite a bit. My stories, which is quite bad. But I think something like that, it will come in eventually with Instagram and Facebook. I know obviously a lot of people. Have you seen the app of Rumble? It's like YouTube. It's where everybody basically it's got cancelled is going over to
the uncut YouTube.
Yeah, like yeah, it is like Steve will do it.
I think
Russell
Donald
Brand,
Trump's on there, isn't he?
Trump will, be, if not, he will be going on it. And I think there's a massive switch in. I don't think it'll just be Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram shortly. I think there'll be like a
new Instagram.
Yeah, there will be 100%. Just because I think Instagram before lockdown, I think that's when it was best.
Yeah.
Just because I think they've just changed a lot of things.
I feel like there's a lot of
for
more
the worse.
Control over it.
Yeah,
now
for the worse. Like, you've got to watch what you put on your stories, even if you put anything about like COVID or anything like that. You're just going to get taken down or swearing or anything. So I think like another platform will come in, similar to what Rumble's done to YouTube, with Instagram.
More free speech.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what will happen. So I know obviously you've got your job and you've got the e-commerce guide now. I know you're smashing it on eBay, and obviously it's only going to get bigger with Black Friday, Christmas, etc. coming up. Yeah. Obviously this is the Q4. This is the busiest time for online sales. It's simple as that. And online sales are only ever going to get bigger, isn't they? When was the last time you went to the shop compared to when you went to shopping online? Everybody shops online. I'm sure you do. Like Amazon, it's just simple. Yeah.
I mean, even I used to like to try things on.
Yeah.
But a lot of the ASOS, for example,
free returns, isn't it?
Free returns. Yeah. So order as many things, even if you're not 100% sure, might as well order it and send it back if you need to. It's the options there. Whereas back in the day, like I said, I used to have to go and try it on, feel if it looked good on me and that. But now you can just do that at home. You don't even have to move. Yeah. You don't have to spend money on fuel with the cost of fuel going up.
Yeah, definitely. So since you've been like more in, you weren't really on the, let's say, online world or anything like that, was you before much? Because obviously with your job, etc. Would you be looking at any other avenues online? Maybe like reduce your hours at work, do the eBay, and is there anything else you want to do? Because I know you're massively into your fitness, you're in good shape.
I've always had an interest for fitness, and there's a lot of occasions friends and friends of friends have reached out to me. If I've been on a night out, they've said, what do I need to do to lose this much weight? How do I look more like this? And I've just given free advice out, and I always feel like if you give advice for free, people never really take that advice on board.
100%. So it's like if you give away, like when people message me about the programs, imagine if the program were free. So someone comes up to me and gets the program for free. 9 times out of 10, they'll do absolutely nothing with that program because it is free. If they pay £400 for the program, they are going to do it because they've paid for that program, so they're wanting to get their money worth out of it. Simple as that. Yeah, simple as that.
That's it. So I have sort of entertained the idea of doing some sort of life coaching, online fitness coaching, because I do believe that I could help a lot of people. You've known me, 5 years now, and I'm always consistent in what I do. And I feel a lot of that's down to just having a routine that can quite easily be maintained, and it's not going out of my way. It's not causing me a headache to try and. I'm not overcomplicating the meals that I eat. Everything's very simple and planned out.
Yeah, I think in terms of that, I think you could be a massive success on the online coaching world because it's massive at the minute. Like there's a lot out there, and I know 9 times out of 10, they won't be as decent as what. Do you know what I mean? They could be better, couldn't they? It's as simple as that.
I mean, you go into a gym, 9 times out of 10. I mean, in a commercial gym, should I say? You go into a commercial gym, 9 times out of 10. A lot of the personal trainers, you wouldn't really want to look like them. And
I think you should always practice what you preach. So.
You're your biggest advertisement in that industry, and I feel like I would like to go down that path at some point in the future. It's just a matter of taking a course online and then investing some of my time into that avenue. Yeah. But like I said before, offering free advice generally doesn't get taken.
Yeah. Do you think compared to when you started like working out, do you think it's bigger? Like more people are interested? I think these days they are. Like it ties in with the entrepreneur side of things. Do you know what I mean? Because everybody these days is wanting to be maybe a success. I think maybe it's due to social media.
It's all part of the image now.
Yeah.
I think if you're successful and you've got something else that's not quite successful, maybe you're out of shape, people will target you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why is he not in shape? He's got all the money in the world. So people are trying to tick every box now. And I think when Body Power came over into the UK back in 2007 or 8, I think it was for the first time, I think that opened a lot of eyes to the fitness industry. I think before that, it was kind of frowned upon. People thought it was a bit
Everybody
a bit
thought
weird.
you had to look like Jay Cutler or something like that.
Yeah. If you went to the gym, you were a bodybuilder before.
Yeah.
But now it's, I mean, younger people think that's how you're meant to look now. There's a lot of pressure on guys and females to look a certain way from social media. So I think it's
half of it's a massive blag as well. Half of it's all just photoshopped and just fake life.
Well, I think a lot of it, and people need to pay attention to it, because people see certain people on there and they think, oh, he looks like that year round.
Like that,
These people will train for 5-6 months on it every day, and then they'll have a photo shoot in multiple areas.
Drag it out.
And then they'll post those out throughout the year.
Yep.
And then well, one of the things growing up, my dad was very successful sports athlete, and he's quite well known by the older generation. Obviously, my dad's in his 60s now. And whenever I used to go on a night out, because all my boys know who my dad is and they buzz off it, as you do when someone's been successful, people will always say, once the drinks are being flown for a few hours, oh, do you know who Lewis's dad is? He did this, he did that. And it kind of made me a bit sick after a while. I kind of wanted people to maybe say, do you know who Lewis is? Or what's Lewis? Like, I didn't want to get to the end of my life and never really achieve something that got people proud of you or talking about you. So that was one of the things that gave me a kick up the arse and made me want to achieve more for myself. Yeah. Seeing his success and seeing the upbringing that he gave me and my family. So,
what is it that he did?
He was a goalkeeper. So he was a professional footballer. So he was a goalkeeper through the 80s and early 90s. So
imagine if it were this day and age.
Oh, I'd probably be living in Spain somewhere. Or I'd have houses all over.
You'd have that Porsche.
I'd have that Porsche. I could break it and buy another one.